Yeah, you're so right. They actually said this. That's the thing about the Trump administration and Project 2025. These guys, they announce their plans in advance, but people either don't take them seriously, or they don't realize what they're in for, or they just aren't prepared. So they said, we're going to come in hot and heavy. We're going to just unleash a bunch of executive orders, rapid fire. And I do believe part of it is to create not just shock and awe, but also to traumatize people and create stress and anxiety. So that's why it's your job to kind of like, don't take the bait if you can. I know it's hard and to not do, but Donald Trump has selected this guy named Russell Vought. I'm going to do a video on him soon to be his Office of Management and Budget Director. He most likely is going to get confirmed. He was the guy last time who believes in overextending Trump's authority. He's the one to try to make federal workers become Trump loyalists, and change the rights that they have currently, and they're doing it again. They're already being sued right now for doing that. So the thing about it is they repeat the same thing they did last time. They're doing again. I've said in my videos, and that's the benefit of that, is that it allows the people who are opposing them to go ahead and draft up the lawsuits in advance, so they're ready to hit them. Russell Vought and the OMB, the thing that they did last time, they've already have 4 lawsuits challenging that to those federal workers. And Russell Vought, I think that's how you pronounce his name, had a speech where he said that he wants federal workers to wake up and not want to come to work. He said he wants to create trauma in them. He wants to vilify them. He wants people to look at them as the villains. So when Donald Trump and those guys cut their budget, EPA, for example, is the one he gave in this speech, that people don't have empathy for the fact that the budget's being cut because they hate federal workers so much. And it's working. On my videos, the MAGA's response to my videos when I talk about federal workers, they speak about federal workers so hatefully. It's straight out of the authoritarian playbook. It's straight out of the fascist playbook. It's like create enemies out of groups of people to distract those folks who you're trying to rule, to find someone for them to hate, so they're most likely to be on your side and vote. And that's what Donald Trump did in 2016 when he formed his MAGA coalition. There was a actual report about this group actually did this. This is not accidental. This was a carefully planned attempt. The MAGA creation was created out of a lab, out of a PR lab, and Donald Trump won this time doing the same playbook, but finding another group of disenfranchised people to pad on to his existing MAGA base. I'm not saying that was all he did, but yeah. So everything they do in terms of creating shock, in terms of like ruling with cruelty, the cruelty is the point. And outside of it being authoritarian-like or fascist-like, the next example I give in terms of the fictional world is Margaret Atwood has a book called The Handmaid's Tale. It turned into a Hulu series. I'm not quite sure if it's still on now, but and the Gilead, which is like a extreme right-wing Christian sort of sect that managed to take over the United States.